You might assume we had to take down our TikTok shop because you guys loved the brownies so much and kept selling them out.
Creamy peanut butter filling up its middle.
Alright, so from looking up topics on this channel, I have ended up setting up my TikTok in a way that I'm just exhausted from advertising. From sponsored posts and wannabe TikTokers shilling products from the TikTok shop or Amazon to entire brands making weird, cool, relatable brand accounts to get more people interested in their products, and it's just tiring. I feel like a lot of people have also seen this on their entire social media, not just TikTok, but we're gonna go over some of the stuff that I've seen on my page and how ridiculous advertising has become. We also have some comments from you guys from previous videos, so if you want to be featured on a future video, leave it in the comments down below, but I thought it would be fitting to just have a screen recording of exactly what I see for about 30-45 seconds on my For You page and how ridiculous it is. So we're going to start off with some influencer slash guru slash course seller, it seems, because they were talking about how they made $57,000 in 1 month off the TikTok shop selling to you guys. Then we have another influencer talking about hoodies, or I guess Sherpa pullovers or whatever, from Old Navy. Of course, they have a link, just another influencer. Then real quick, I just skipped right over this. We had a live of somebody who was an Amazon reseller, over $4 million in sales, 7-figure something it says behind him. I bet another course seller. Then right after it, we have a sale on the TikTok shop from somebody trying to sell you food products, another influencer. You can't really make this up. And then finally, we have a normal video, but it doesn't actually pertain to me. My guess is that because they saw my last name was Rios, they're going to show me a video in Spanish, even though I don't speak Spanish, so had nothing to do with me. Then we finally get somebody that I actually regularly watch the first time. So we went through, what was that, 4 or 5 different swipes of nothing but ads. And then finally somebody that I legitimately follow. And then we go right back into the advertising. Some sort of TikTok shop. I don't know, something you pull and it makes a really loud noise. Just another advertisement from another influencer. Another random live stream of, I guess, some sort of meme. And then another reseller guru with all of his orders in the front of his Lamborghini Aventador. I mean, you can't really make this up. It's insane. This took me longer to explain all of this to you than it actually took swiping. So this is how quickly I got all of these different influencers trying to sell me crap within 30 seconds, 25 seconds. We have a comment from one of you guys. So basically it's infomercials for a new generation, but yet they aren't disclosing what is paid sponsorship. It's worse, honestly, and that's what you'll see all throughout social media now. I think TikTok is probably one of the worst because of how quickly you could go from video to video. And like I said, I was looking up a lot of different overconsumption topics, and I guess TikTok thinks that I'm the ultimate consumer now. So that's basically all I see is buy this, this is on sale, look at these sales, here's another guru for you to make money, buy more, buy more, buy more. It's so exhausting. All right, so while editing this video, I also wanted to put in that I know advertising has its place. I don't want to just sound like a complete hater in this video. I know that if you have a genuinely good product, it's tough to get out to the masses without marketing, advertising in various forms now, especially online. We could also talk about the content creators. I know in-video ads are very popular now, and it does help out a lot of YouTubers who don't really have good ad rates for their videos or are completely demonetized because it's not family-friendly content in YouTube's eyes, and they could still make a full-time living. Now, I would just hope that a lot of YouTubers would vet their sponsors more regularly, but in a world that we're constantly trying to be sold to, it starts getting tired when the content that I'm watching online that's supposed to be entertainment or educational ends up being a giant advertisement for some sort of product or service. Then on top of it, you start seeing entire brands being the new cool kid, and look at how weird I am, look at how odd and different my brand is, and please buy Nutter Butters.
Here's the Nutter Butter Peanut Butter Sandwich Cookie Riddle. What has creamy peanut butter filling up its middle, and is peanut shaped and crunchy too?
More time.
What's wrong, sweetheart?
Air.
we're done with that one. So, I mean, you've probably seen this before, and I guess it's working because now I'm talking about it and that's all that they want, even though it's for a friggin' cookie. This is the next level of entire brands doing what Wendy's did. I don't even know how long ago. It feels like it was decades ago now, but the clapbacks and being able to reply on Twitter, and they weren't the, you know, nice suit and tie company like everybody was on the internet back then, and they were being funny and relatable, and Wendy's is cool now. This is the next version of it. And I don't know, it just seems really played out to me. I know that they're going with the ARG weird kind of vibes if you look up a lot of that kind of stuff on YouTube or just the internet in general. But again, this is for a cookie, man. This is for a peanut butter cookie. And I actually like Nutter Butters a lot, but it's just on top of all the crap that I showed you just scrolling online with all the advertisements, this is the other part that I'm having to see now with just brands being the weird people just to try to get you to buy more stuff. And this isn't clearly singling out one company. There are many that are doing it. Cool Math Games, which I think everybody knows was your way to be able to play games on the computer in school and you weren't banned like, you know, Miniclip was. Making videos that have nothing to do with it. We have Sour Patch Kids doing the same relatable type of TikToks. You have Hardee's doing it and being like the edgy, ooh, I'm flipping you off. I don't know if it's just because I'm jaded and now I feel like I'm an old person, but all of this to me just feels like that meme, like, how do you do, fellow kids? Like, they're just trying so hard to be relatable to younger generations that it just seems overplayed and just kind of sad to me. And on top of being overstimulated by advertisements all throughout social media, then you have the brands trying to push their products even more and not make it look like an ad. It's just too much for me. We have another comment from one of you guys. Sometimes people treat influencers like it's a parasocial relationship. That is definitely true because they're relatable and like my friend, and then they'll buy anything the influencer recommends. And that's exactly what these big brands are trying to do now because they'll see the unbelievable success that these content creators or YouTubers or influencers are having on children now, just with weird videos like this. So I don't think I really have to go too in depth, but this is KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul basically making a rip-off Lunchables with their prime drink in it because they have so many young and impressionable audience members. I mean, how many subscribers? Hundreds of millions of subscribers between all three of them. And with how controversial all of this has become, it's still pretty successful. And you'll just see product after product and all of these types of videos being made by these massive content creators because it ends up working. How many times did you see Prime Energy drink behind like Arsenal Football Club and like MMA fighters, even though it's not really a sports drink? It's not like a comparable to Gatorade or Powerade, but there was just so much marketing and advertising done, and the faces of the company were so large and influential that it still ended up working. Now, I think talking about food is a good transition into a recent story that I had no knowledge of because I don't really eat fast food that much, but apparently McDonald's had an E. coli outbreak. I thought this clip from Michael Bordenero was too good to not put in this video.
Problem is, foot traffic at McDonald's has slowed down substantially, and McDonald's is looking at throwing a lot of money at this problem in hopes that they can fix it. As soon as the E. coli outbreak happened, in fact, the very next day, McDonald's US restaurants saw 4.8% lower foot traffic than just the day before. So now what McDonald's is looking at doing is investing more than $100 million in order to repair the reputation of all of these restaurants. Now, I'm not really sure how money can solve this issue because to me it's a trust issue. So here's McDonald's plan on spending this $100 million. $65 million of this is supposed to be going towards supporting owners who have lost business, targeting those in the hardest hit states. Approximately $35 million will be invested in traffic driving programs, including marketing efforts. But as far as the marketing efforts go, the $35 million in marketing, it's going to be interesting to see, what kind of campaigns they put together. If anybody out there watching the channel sees like an ad that McDonald's puts together, tries to get people to come back after this E. coli outbreak, please send it over to me, shoot me an email. I'll be very interested to see what they're doing and what they're saying to basically convince people that it's okay to come back.
I can't help but laugh because in my eyes, it almost seems like that South Park clip with the BP oil spill, constantly saying we're sorry over and over again.
We are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Their fix to their outbreak problem is to just hammer people with more advertisements that it's okay, you know, sorry we got you sick, come in, we'll give you a free, I was gonna say Whopper, but that's Burger King. Why can't I have a Big Mac? Okay. All these promotional and happy advertisements we're going to see. And I mean, I guess it works. I remember, I don't know how long ago, but the same thing happened at Chipotle, didn't it? And they're still in business doing the same thing. So even with the lack of quality control, which is another branch that we've talked about in a lot of issues lately with products all across the board, they're just going to shovel more advertisements in our face and then magically the problem's going to go away. We have another comment from one of you guys. For me, these ads do the opposite effect on me. Honestly, it's doing the same thing for me too. I find them extremely annoying and keeps me away from buying stuff, especially if I see a certain ad often. And I know this might be a niche one because maybe you don't have the app, but I do see it all the time and it really starts to annoy me. But I have the Poshmark app, which is basically just like another reselling secondhand app, which is primarily around clothes, basically the same as Macari if you know that app as well. But for some reason they do motivational posts, or you just get notifications from the app for no reason. You just get, you got this as a notification right before they give you basically an advertisement notification of best in beauty and care grooming posh parties starting now, which is just another way to try to get you in the app to buy it. But I just deem it as a very try hard effort and I see it pretty often. So I just wanted to put it in this video. Maybe somebody else saw it. I don't really think I need Poshmark telling me, you know, you got this. It's just social media has become a completely different beast. And we have another set of comments from you guys. TikTok went from cute dancing videos, arguable first half of that comment, but whatever, to overwhelming commercials, which I definitely showed you for what I see now. So happy I only get exposed to TikTok through videos like this. And I used to never go on TikTok until I started making these videos. And I guess kind of a double-edged sword making content like this now on YouTube. It gets really tiring seeing stuff like this all the time.
My condolences to those that bought this mini projector before today because it's now on flash sale.
My mind does not get blown very often, but look, I'm filming on my back camera and I can see myself.
I'm so happy to announce that we're finally back in stock. You might have seen we had to take down our TikTok shop because you guys love the brownies so much and kept selling them out.
Now, when I saw the last clip, I thought it was pretty funny because we had, I can't remember her name. She's been on the channel before and there's been several videos made about her. This is a makeup guru that is super controversial, just does a whole bunch of different advertisements. That's basically her entire channel, has millions and millions of followers. She's got a pretty annoying New England accent that has kind of been shown to be fake. So she's just kind of doing it for the engagement and attention, and she was advertising these cookies or cakes or whatever they are. They had another clip with David Dobrik doing the same thing. Massive, massive influencers. And then you start looking at the comments for this video. I will say before that, on TikTok shop, 338,000 sold. This is why advertising will only get worse on social media. Oh my God, that's so many sales. I didn't care for these. They're almost salty versus sweet. The chocolate was the best, but it was masked behind the protein salty taste. I would order, but the ingredients list, that's pretty common amongst this comment section. Am I the only one who thinks they're expensive for just 12? Can you post the full ingredients list and the nutritional facts? It doesn't matter if they're moist and full of protein, if they are full of sugar or artificial sweeteners. Now, maybe they just don't post it online because I'm pretty sure if you sell food, you have to have some sort of nutrition list on whatever the packaging is when you get it, but maybe they just don't have it online, so you have to buy one first to actually see what all the nutrients are. And probably not the best if they're not posting it online. But with how annoying this ends up being, you see comments like this, and that's why it works. Not me always getting influence, and this is the comment for the selfie camera for your iPhone, I guess, or whatever smartphone you have. Plus, it's really easy to charge, battery lasts forever, blah, 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 just trying to sell the product even more. And of course, it's on TikTok shop. But we do have a comment here that I hope a lot of people think about and why I make some of these videos. This is honestly exactly what I need to see right before Christmas season. A lot of unnecessary spending. I know a lot of it ends up being gifts, but then things are on sale and you end up buying things you don't really need. And it's easier now more than ever. You don't even have to go to the store. You could just look up Amazon must-haves and you could get so many different products in your face within minutes that something's going to kick in and you're going to end up putting some things in your cart and end up buying something you don't end up really needing.
Top 15 Amazon products for August. This is a Lazy Susan, which makes it easy to pass food around your kitchen table. This is an indoor bed tent that has roll-up windows and a mesh so you can keep out bugs. This gadget lets you connect AirPods or other headphones to the audio plug on airplanes. This is a citrus trimmer which gets all of the juice out of fruit, and it can plug stuff too. These coasters fit inside your cup holders, which is a great way to keep your car clean. This is the brightest flashlight in the world, which can light up an entire dark room and make it look like the lights are on. This trash can has a built-in compactor which helps you save money on trash bags. This gadget plugs into your car's outlet and gives you a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This bottle washer sticks on the side of your sink and makes it easy to clean any type of cup. These toilet seat covers are machine washable and super soft, so you're more comfortable on the Oval Office. This is a locker for people who are addicted to their phones, and it only opens up when the timer goes off. This is a self-extinguishing candle, so you don't have to worry about burning your house down. And 1 inch is about 20 minutes of burn time. This gadget looks like a regular can, but it has a secret compartment so you can hide your valuables where no one can find them. This is a folding board which lets you fold clothes perfectly like they do in stores. This is an LOL stamp which covers up personal information on pill bottles, packages, and even documents.
So that was 15 different advertisements for products in 1 minute. That blows out of the water any sort of commercials that we ever saw as a kid watching TV, anything on the radio. I mean, it probably even rivals the overstimulation of being like in NYC, you know, Times Square, seeing all the billboards. Because say if you see a Coke or a McDonald's sign in the middle of New York, you actually have to go to the store and buy a soda or go to McDonald's. They're getting commissions off of it. So there's just going to be nothing but links on these videos. It could be within, what, 30 seconds to a minute, and you could have that product ordered and being shipped to your door like the next day. But we do have a comment that I thought made a lot of sense. Every time I see a must-have video, I remind myself that anything that is a real must-have would not need to be advertised. So if you really wanted something, you really needed something in your house, you probably would have already had it in your mind, because I guarantee the last clip, somebody in this video went, oh, that's a pretty good idea, maybe I'll order that. But you weren't thinking about getting that item anytime before watching this video. But that's the type of influence and marketing these clips have. We have another comment from one of you guys. Pinterest used to be great. Now it's just another long dodge an ad experience. I'm sick of spending more time avoiding ads than enjoying the content I want to see. And that goes for everything you can't ad block on. So I know we've been going over primarily TikTok, but that's just all over the internet now. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, Twitter as well. You do just really see it everywhere. And because there is much less regulation than say like a billboard ad on the highway, you'll get advertisements like this from Temu that I saw on my YouTube account and screenshotted for this video. Do you think that they're allowed to post this on YouTube? I highly doubt it, but because there's so many different people trying to buy advertisement slots, massive companies like this from Temu, you could basically get away with this when you wouldn't have otherwise if it was on a commercial on TV or a billboard in the public. Again, just another evolution of the singles in your area type of joke advertisement that we saw, what was that, like 15 years ago, very early internet. They were clearly a scam, but any of the stuff that you buy off of Temu is just going to be absolutely worst quality products, so they have to hit you with that dopamine hit of oh, pretty girl with a nice body, and maybe I'll look just as good with that same piece that she was wearing, and you know it's just going to be absolutely terrible looking. Within a few washes it'll just disintegrate and it'd be a complete waste of money. I even saw stuff in person that was advertising from TikTok. You could see whatever the spray was from Bath & Body Works trending on TikTok, I guess it was. Shop our viral looks. I believe this was from PacSun. It was just, again, more clothing that I think you could also buy on the TikTok shop. So it has become so profitable and so successful to sell online that the actual brick and mortar stores now are advertising everything that you did see online. And I think the main point of a lot of my videos, and maybe my entire channel in general, is that people don't actually realize how much this ends up costing. We have a comment from one of you guys. I used to buy things without budgeting. It contributed to the $115,000 of consumer debt that I had 4 years ago. So it seems like a lot of these products are getting cheaper and cheaper, especially when you start seeing it on TikTok and the Amazon must-have video, and then it triggers something in your brain that, oh, it's only a few bucks, it's only $10, $15, it won't really be that bad. But as I showed you, the 1 minute video that had 15 different products advertised, so say if you watch that 20, 30 minutes a day, hundreds and hundreds of products are being pushed onto you. You don't even realize how many things you're going to end up buying, and unfortunately, people get get into ungodly amounts of consumer debt because of it. So we're going to end off this video talking about the TJMAXX theory, which is another discount brick and mortar store. A lot of people go in to get a whole bunch of knickknacks, whole bunch of clothes, because normally they're cheaper than going to the actual retail store, but I thought this video was pretty interesting.
I keep seeing videos of people being like, run to TJMAXX, and then they show you something that they found from a brand that they really like, but it's the ugliest item that brand has ever made, and they're just buying it because it's that brand. Like, all my For You page is like people finding Abercrombie or like Aerie or Free People at TJMAXX, but if that item was in the actual Free People store, you wouldn't like it. It's ugly. It's ugly. You're just buying it because you found it in TJMAXX. Like, you don't need that fleece that's 50 different horrific colors. You don't like it. You're just buying it because it's Free People and you found it at a discount store. Stop. Like, why are we buying things we don't actually like just because they're in TJMAXX? That's my theory.
So hopefully this video comes at a good time. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to buy anything for your family, you know, get whatever gifts that you want as long as you're not going into crazy amounts of debt for it. But what I've seen is that people will buy even more just because it's on sale. I mean, especially we have Black Friday coming up. So along with spending money for your family and friends, you end up buying some things you don't really need, maybe just because it's on sale or it's a really cool brand at a discount store. And overall will end up hurting your finances in the long run. But that's all I got for you guys today. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and I'll talk to you guys later.